Hello, what's up? I hope you're having a wonderful start to your day. If you are new, I'm ᴛᴟ111 here on YouTube. Thank you so much for stopping by. Hope everyone had a nice long weekend. So let me hop into an overall reading, okay? First message out is happier days await you very soon. So if you feel like life just hasn't given you a break or you just haven't had any fun, maybe you've just been so focused on work, family, just the regular kind of life schedule. Okay, things are about to change for you. Spirit wants you to know to not look back, keep moving forward, especially if you feel as though you were given a kind of a hard time recently, like you had to let go of certain people, you had to move on from situations. Some of you, I feel as though you could have went through a situation that really taught you a lot of lessons about dealing with people who just didn't really have your back. And this is why good things are coming for you, because you deserve it. So there could have been someone who kind of treated you less than because they felt as though they had more than you. First of all, that ain't what life is about, okay? So if you felt rejected and loved by someone, or you felt as though a friend group or a person was just kind of treating you less than, okay, Spirit wants to acknowledge that that is coming through, but you have many deities that protect over you because you never deserve to be treated like that. If it was someone you're in a relationship with, it says they jump from relationship to relationship. So just a friendly reminder, especially if you are someone who is monogamous and you are focused on being in a relationship with one person, y'all don't need that energy. So play the lotteries here, and an old friend wants to reconnect with you. Wow, so I'm really picking up the energy. There could be people from your past that are hoping to reconnect with you at some point over the summer, possibly plan like a weekend away, going to some type of event. Maybe you're going to have like a friend's wedding coming up, baby shower, something like that, or even a birthday. So there could be something really fun that's coming up for you in the next couple of weeks. And I feel as though it's going to be a very unexpected invitation from an old friend. So someone you'll probably want to hear from. And play the lotteries here. So if you haven't played in a while, maybe you'll have some luck with the lottery. Try new classes here as well. So this is it. It's just the season for really putting yourself out there and being a little bit more adventurous, especially if you feel as though you're bored with your regular routine. Try switching it up. So trying a new class, workout, or art. For others of you, this could be even like a dance class or something that's going to put you out there to meet new people. If you are someone who does a specific career, maybe even doing like a workshop within that. So for example, you could be thinking about doing a music workshop or like a business workshop, something that's going to put you out there just to meet new people. If you're a parent, doing something, as a parental workshop. So new career opportunities coming up for you very soon. You need to be aware of this. You see, everything you went through was teaching you to discover like who you truly are. And so recognize that whatever changes are happening in your life are for your highest good. You need to know that at this moment in time, even if things seem a little bit impossible to get through, realize that you're about to end a very long, tedious cycle in your life that may have felt as though it was incredibly draining. So the scales are being balanced in your life. Things are about to be balanced on a karmic scale. So a shift in this energy needed to occur. And this is exactly what I'm getting at, because I feel like for a lot of you, you're like, okay, when's like the rough stuff gonna end? And when's it gonna turn into more fun, more peaceful days? I feel like some of you went through an ending of a relationship that could have ended kind of roughly. It says they're keeping way too many secrets. So this could have been someone you were dating who kind of just made you feel less than, in a sense, jumped from relationship to relationship. For example, if your relationship ended after so long, you are the one who could still be healing, learning, growing, taking the time to be on your own till you're really healed from this person. And they could already be dating someone else or multiple other people. And I feel as though for some of you, that could really be heartbreaking if that's what you're currently going through. So wow, there it is. Even if things seem possible right now, know that you gotta push through. Like, life is too short. And most importantly, life is too short to dwell on people who act like they're better than you. So whether that is friends, coworkers, family, or an ex, if anyone makes you feel like you don't deserve to be in their life, then simply walk away. Save yourself the headache, save yourself the trauma, and realize that you know where you deserve to be. And Spirit's saying you deserve to be happy. So I'm going to pull some tarot to see if I can clarify any of these. But yeah, I'm just really picking up the energy today. It's just like a fresh start for some of you. And the biggest thing you need to know is if you don't put yourself out there for things to change, they're not going to change. So You got to be able to really put yourself out there and try something adventurous. So 5 of Pentacles, getting yourself out of a stuck state, possibly anxious, feeling as though you're not enough. I think for a lot of you, you were just surrounded by people who kind of wanted to pull you down instead of bringing out that fun, loving, hearted side of you. So you need people who want to be adventurous with you. And sometimes the only way to do that is to meet new people. If people from your past are like holding you back or making you feel stuck in a cycle you've walked away from, for example, right, you could have had mutual friends with someone you dated or a big friend group, and you could have had a falling out with one person in particular, and this person could be the one who's kind of making you feel like less than. So I'm really picking up with this energy. If it's not an ex you dated that made you feel as though they weren't good enough for you, or you weren't good enough for them, this could have even been a friend in a friend group. So if that's the case, realize that once you put yourself out there to meet new people, the universe is about to align you with those new people. And it's going to take some traveling. With this 10 of Wands here, Page of Pentacles, 10 of Swords. So you definitely went through some type of betrayal in the past. That is obvious. Maybe you feel like a lot of people just let you down when you needed them. For example, everyone in their life goes through major changes at some point, right? You could have went through major career changes, major changes in your mood, especially if you went through, you know, relationships, friendships ending, things like that. And it can be incredibly disappointing to find that sometimes the people you're there for the most literally don't have your back when you needed them to. And if that's the case, realize that you deserve better than that. Page of Pentacles and 10 of Wands. So with this energy coming in here, know that if you put yourself out to try something adventurous, you're going to be gifted with the opportunity to meet a whole new group of friends. So that's what I really feel like is the energy. Going from the 10 of Swords, which is heartbreak, betrayal, disappointment, to the 10 of Wands. Putting yourself out there, trying new things. Also, too, don't be afraid to go to do something alone, right? For example, if you plan to go to a concert or you plan to go to an event with a bunch of people and now you're no longer friends with one of those people in particular and you feel like kind of in an awkward situation, but you still got your tickets, or it's a friend's event, so you're still planning on going, why can't you go alone? There's gonna be other people there. Just stay away from people who don't have your back, right? So for example, for a lot of you, if you put yourself out there, Spirit is saying to try something new, and even if it ends up being that you go alone, you're gonna have a blessing happen. Trust, okay? So for example, say it's a concert, you might end up going alone, and because you went alone, all of a sudden God's like, hey, I'm gonna bless you because you put yourself out there anyways, and then boom, all of a sudden you're backstage meeting your favorite artist, okay? Shit like that. That is literally how God works. When he sees that you were done wrong in a situation and you didn't deserve it, 8 of Swords in reverse, so you didn't deserve whatever this is you're going through, you will meet new people. 3 of Cups, I don't see this as being a cheating betrayal. I see this as you regrouping with new friends. Whether you're a feminine or a masculine, you know, sometimes life reorganizes itself for us, even when it feels uncomfortable, but as long as you take the opportunity to allow it to, okay? So if you're staying indoors all summer while you're not working, you're not going to meet new people. But if you just like go and put yourself out there, and I know it can be difficult, especially if you feel like, oh, I don't want to run into this person, I don't want to run into that person, I don't have any drama, go and just avoid them. You're not going to end up alone. You're going to end up celebrating with new people. So yeah, for some of you, because the Lovers is in reverse, this could have been someone you dated in the past. Maybe you're anxious to run into this person. You know, be cordial with them. Who's to say you need to re-invite them back into your life? Absolutely not. But you can always be friendly and say, hey, I hope life's treating you good. That's called being the bigger person. Instead of purposely avoiding someone, when you can really just say, hey, I hope you're doing good, and you walk away, God will realign you with people. So don't be afraid to go, say for example, it's a friend's wedding and you plan to go with someone you dated in the past. Don't be afraid to go solo and be your own date. Why would you miss a friend's wedding just because? So yeah, King of Pentacles, if you are looking for new love though, you will meet someone sexy, okay? This person could be older than you and they're going to be very well off. With this King of Pentacles, it could be an earth sign, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. This person could also have a dog, okay? So not only are they an animal lover, but they are someone who is well established and responsible. And this is going to be mind altering for you because a lot of you are going from heartbroken to meeting someone who's finally on your level. So when you allow yourself to be seen, you will finally meet this person on a new level who is more well suited for you. And that's God saying, because you didn't deserve it. You didn't deserve to be feeling alone. You didn't deserve to be feeling broken. And most importantly, if you can forgive whoever hurt you, you will get blessed faster. That's the hardest lesson a lot of people have to learn. We kind of hold ourselves back when we allow ourselves to be vulnerable or in a state of feeling stuck. Whereas when you can just naturally forgive, okay, and you can move forward, God will bless you for that. So you could be an Aquarius, or you could also be meeting an Aquarius. I do see Scorpio too. So Scorpio and Aquarius are out. Also have a lot of fire energy, air energy, earth, and little bit of water. So pretty much all the signs are here, but specifically Scorpio and Aquarius came out. Wow. All the signs are popping out. Maybe these are new people you're going to meet. If you're not any of these signs, Capricorn. So this could be a whole new group of friends. So like I'm saying, you put yourself out there this summer. It's going to be the next thing you go to. You're going to meet an awesome group of people who are literally going to be your new friends. And I feel like a lot of you, it's about time, okay? Because maybe you were just feeling like the people you always showed up and showed out for didn't have your back, and you never deserved that. So 10 of Wands, this is going to be a group of people who has a lot of the common interests that you do, people who are going to want to do the same things as you. So for example, if you're someone who likes to go rollerblading on the beach, this is going to be that group of people. You might meet them rollerblading on the beach. So don't be afraid to do something solo. For others of you, I'm really picking up just beach vibes in general, a friend's event. So this could be a wedding, a baby shower, anything like that, a birthday even. So like go to a friend's birthday, and even if you feel disconnected from someone who's going to be attending, there's other people that are going to be there, and you're going to make friends with a group of new people. And for some of you, if love's what you're looking for, well, it's in the cards. So absolutely beautiful. What you need to know is that you are the trendsetter, and Spirit wants you to acknowledge the fact that you've always been a trendsetter. Confirmation, you've always been a trendsetter. So you need to know that at the end of the day, whoever this was from their past, friends or an ex, never fully appreciated you. And it's time to surround yourself with people who see your worth and your value, because whoever you are, you're absolutely amazing. And sometimes when you are a trendsetter, you know, it can make people low-key have some type of resentment towards you or jealousy towards you, because sometimes people, confirmation, won't invite you places because they know that you naturally command all the attention in the room without even trying. Something about your energy, your aura, the way you talk to people, you could be very much so a social butterfly, and it's time for you to put yourself out there. So listen, just know this. If at the end of the day, someone tried to make you feel less than after your situation with them ended, friendship, relationship, you're the true winner in this situation, no doubt. Because if you found this message, it's almost acknowledging as your confirmation for you that you didn't deserve to be treated like that, okay? And someone is admitting they're upset with how things went with you, but I feel as though this person hasn't had the courage to reach out to you to make it right, to apologize, to set the record straight, whatever this is, to clear up the air between the two of you. You know, sometimes people feel as though if they talk to you again after they did you wrong, they're obligated to either tell you the truth or to start some type of friendship or relationship with you again, which most often is not the case. Right? Some of you may not ever want to be friends with this person again or ever want to have them in your life again. But to be able to have that closure can mean everything. But the biggest thing too is you can't hold on waiting for someone to apologize, because sometimes they may never. But yeah, Spirit wants you to know that you're the true winner in this situation, no doubt. And all of this is going to teach you to move on and just be cordial with new people, make new friends, and appreciate the ones that are still by your side. So in the next few days, I feel as though for a lot of you, this is the situation that's coming in. You're going to meet someone or you're going to be invited. And ultimately, what you need to know is that this is going to really just make you feel a lot better. So someone is about to tell you about the plots and schemes against you. So see, when you go to this event, it's like you're going to run into an old friend, someone from your past who may want to set the record straight, may want to say, hey, listen, I wasn't involved in what happened to you or what people said against you, but I want you to know that this is the story or this is what it is. And sometimes that's what a real friend's about, you know, being able to have your back in a room that you're not in, being able to stand up for you behind the scenes when you're not around. And a lot of you do have friends like that. I just feel as though if you're dealing with a situation, no one has had the courage to come towards you and let you know who played what role, or how this person could have spoke negatively about you behind your back, and how you could even be the one holding on to this old friendship, knowing at the end of the day that this person may not ever come back towards you, right? So it's time to let go, forgive, and move on to new friends, new situations, and protect your dreams. So wow, for a lot of you, this could have had to do friendship at the bottom. Look at this. This could have had to do with someone upset that you had big dreams in your life. So for example, if you're someone who's really able to put yourself out there, you're your own business, your own entrepreneur, you could even be a public figure, you could be an actor, actress, musician, artist, content creator, stuff like that. When other people don't have the courage to do that, sometimes it creates some type of hidden animosity between friends. And especially if someone has watched you be a quieter, shy version of yourself and blossom into this success, into this newfound career path, abundance, person, right? Throughout your life, sometimes it's the people that have known you the longest that can really make you feel like not good about yourself. And you know, you'll find the strangest support from people you don't know or people you've just met, because they know this version of you. They don't know how you developed into this beautiful version of this person you're becoming. So friendship is here. That is so awesome that this came out. Fairies and humans alike need friends. Amen. So wherever you are, you don't need to isolate yourself because you feel as though you can't trust people. Trust that God is bringing in a new set of people who are going to appreciate you for the person you now are. Not holding on to things from the past, not holding on to, oh, you dated this person and it didn't work out, not holding on to, oh, you were friends with them and it didn't work out. You know, he said, she said drama. It's time to let go of that, like honestly. And if you know anyone is between you and whoever this is that you're no longer connected to that's causing drama still, it's time to disconnect from those people as well. Sometimes it takes that. As much as it can be frustrating, especially if you've like built a life with this person. Like say, for example, this was a long-term relationship. You built a lot of friends while you were together, right? A whole life together. And sometimes you just have to have the wisdom to know enough that when you walk away and you allow yourself to heal and come into new opportunities, God will match that. He will meet new people for you because you are protected. Absolutely beautiful. He will bring new people into your life, new opportunities, and new reasons to smile when you least expect it. So protection is being shielded around you right now with a ring of love and light. And realize to practice protection, okay, the prayer before embarking on any spiritual work. So if you are someone who is a spiritual healer, leader, anything like that, make sure that you are protecting yourself with prayer. And also too, you could be someone who, even if you don't practice doing tarot readings or reading or being an intuitive healer, anything like that, you could naturally be gifted as a healer since this message came out. And that is how you know you're always going to meet new people, because you were brought into this earth to help heal other people with your uplifting spirit, your energy, your aura. So don't be afraid to meet new people or to find the next relationship, because that's going to come, because that is naturally what is drawn to you. Because wow. So this whole message really just tied in with this coming out, because for a lot of you, what you need to realize is you are meant to come into this person's life, or whoever this is, multiple people that you've now walked away from, to teach them all lessons on healing and how it's okay to start over. It's okay to do your own thing. It's okay to forgive, even if you feel like someone's really disappointed you. It's okay to forget too. But yeah, wisdom is here. I feel like for a lot of you, you're incredibly wise beyond your years, and you may not give yourself credit for that. So if you do feel at times like it's hard to connect with people or to maintain long-term friendships, it's because you're meant to come into people's lives to teach them how to heal and overcome parts of themselves or situations they go through with you. Like, you literally are a spiritual teacher in practice, whether you realize this or not. You're the type of person that comes into someone's life to literally show them a different side of life or a different mentality to have about life altogether. So you could really be someone who's very free-spirited, open-hearted, wears your heart on your sleeve, and an empath. And so know that if you feel like confirmation. You go through it the worst. This is why, because you're meant to teach people how to heal themselves and how it's okay to start over. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a beautiful day. Drop a comment if this message resonates.